A bill to criminalize sleeping and camping on public property is moving through the Iowa State House.
Identical bills in the House and Senate both had subcommittee hearings today.
KCCI's chief political reporter Amanda Rooker joins us now in studio. Amanda, this bill brought some fiery debate to the State House.
It did, Ben and Jody, and the bill actually died in the Senate after many Iowans raised concerns that it would hurt Iowans who don't have a place to live. But one supporter told lawmakers that this bill was more about getting those Iowans help.
Instead of punishing these people with fines and jail time, we need to be increasing services and helping them, not harming them.
This is not intended to criminalize homelessness. The goal here is to move folks off the street and connect them with shelters and other supportive services.
There was only one supporter of the bill that spoke. Everyone else spoke in opposition. Now, the bill would make it illegal to sleep or camp on public property. If someone breaks that rule, they would first receive a warning from law enforcement and an offer for services or shelter. People who refuse to leave would be charged with a misdemeanor. The bill also says cities could create homeless encampments on public land, but they would have to keep a list of all the people living there, maintain certain sanitation measures, and provide access to available behavioral health and substance abuse services in the region. The bill would also create drug-free homeless service zones for all facilities providing shelter and services to unhoused Iowans. If anyone uses drugs or alcohol at their facilities, though, they could face up to 2 years in jail and hundreds of dollars in fines. Senate lawmakers said they had too many concerns to move the bill forward. In the House, both Republicans voted to advance the bill, but Republican Representative Jed Lawler said he's received hundreds of emails from Iowans who oppose the bill, and he listed more than a dozen concerns that he does have with this legislation.
Veterans, our weather issues, housing supply, housing costs, disincentives for victims of domestic violence to flee, the lack of safety in public camping, privacy concerns, confidentiality concerns. These are all serious issues we need to address. I think we need to keep having a conversation. This is a very preliminary stage for me.
And Lawler advanced it. He said that there needed to be more voices in the legislature on this. But time is ticking because of this Friday's final deadline. This bill has to advance through the House Judiciary Committee by tomorrow to be eligible for the rest of legislative session. Jody.
Amanda, thank you.